Nope.
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 No.
Okay, fair.
Did not look different.
Post in the comments if you think it looked different or not.
Oh, also for context, I am colorblind.
That's right.
Did you forget this?
Yes. Because I remember whenever we played Lego Harry Potter, I'd be like, oh, get the blue brick. And you'd be like, what? Blue what?
I could see the blue. It was when you told me to do other things.
Oh, that's right. What's up, everyone? My name is Stephen Nieman.
And I'm Ankit and Madhira.
And welcome to Flip the Scripts. We are back with part 2 of the Hunger Games Catching Fire.
Woohoo!
Do.
You still can't do the whistle.
I can't, but you do it. I hope we don't get a DMCA takedown for doing it.
Look, I'm pretty sure I'm not also doing it well enough for that to actually happen. And if they did, it's 2 seconds long.
Well, actually, to compliment you, I think you do it quite well.
Oh, thank you. I don't think that I do, but I'll take the compliment.
Take the compliment. Let's
Thanks,
move on.
man.
So as you know, we always start part 2 with a random question that I come up from the book series. So this is a new segment we started specifically, I believe, for the Sea of Monsters, and it translated into the Hunger Games.
I thought we heard it during the Hunger Games.
Did we?
I don't remember. We recorded Sea of Monsters in December.
Yeah, Sebastien, you remember. You've edited all our videos. So Ankit, so my question, I have 2 questions for you today, which of course I will answer.
Okay.
As well. So the quarter quell is a big part of the book. Let's say that you created the Hunger Games and you sat down and you wrote a quarter quell for every 25 years. What would your sadistic quarter quell be?
Okay, hold on. First of all, what are all of them?
Okay, so there's been 3 quarter quells so far that we know of.
Right.
So the first quarter quell was the year 25.
Mm-hmm.
25 years after the first Hunger Games and after they rebelled against the Capitol.
Cool.
And the first one was everyone voted for their favorite person to go into the games. So the whole town, the whole district would vote for an 11-year-old to a 17-year-old to go die.
Bah.
Probably the annoying one. Sorry, Ankit.
Hey!
I'm just kidding. And then the 50th anniversary, which is the one Hamish Abernathy won, double the tributes in the game. So 48 tributes went into the Hunger Games, and Hamish won against 47, which is quite impressive, I will have to say. And he's the only living victor of District 12. We'll keep that in mind for later.
Not anymore, he isn't.
Hey, we're getting there.
But, you said he's the only living victor. He's not.
Okay, he was.
There we go.
In the first book. Then in the 75th annual Hunger Games, which is where we are in Catching Fire, all of the victors have to go back into the games.
Yes.
So those are the 3.
Beautiful. My sadistic one for the century, because that's the next one. Ladies and gentlemen.
100 years of Hunger Games, yeah.
Steven did tell me this in advance, so I have had time to think about it. Sometimes he doesn't tell me and puts me on the spot, but this one was sadistic enough where he felt like I needed some time to have a thought. But I think that what they're going to do for the 100 is what I would do is people between the ages of 18 and 25 or between the ages of 25 and 35 now have to go into the games. So it's not kids this time, it's parents.
Ooh. I don't know how I feel about that, but that's rough because imagine you're like an 11-year-old.
And it's people that haven't, it's not previous victors. It's just hey, you managed to never get picked. Whoop!
Well, yeah, but I'm saying imagine you're an 11-year-old in the seam and your parent gets taken away from you. You've just lost all your funding. You're going to die anyway.
Yeah, that's why I think it would be sadistic and messed up for the century.
Nice. I think for me, just to be a little more sadistic, I would do a reaping of 5 to 10-year-olds.
Yeah, but see, I also thought about that, but my reasoning was, how many times have you seen a 5-year-old do anything successful with any type of weaponry?
Well, that's why I think the Capitol would enjoy it.
I feel like the Capitol would just be like, we have to kill them ourselves, and they wouldn't actually kill anybody. Because let's be honest, 5-year-olds don't care. They'd see another 5-year-old and just be like, let's be friends. That's it. That's the entire mentality of a 5-year-old.
Fair. Baby Hunger Games. Put some 1-year-olds in with little daggers. Go. Who wins the race?
What's the no. The Hunger Games, if they're 1-year-olds, is you get 1-year-olds that can crawl, maybe waddle, right? You stick them on a track, and they're all just walking. And in random places, like, they can go anywhere on the track, but they just have to stay in, like, this 100-meter track. And in the 100-meter track, there are multiple landmines.
So you've just created Fall Guys, but in real life?
Look, you're the one that brought up the sadistic 1-year-olds having to get killed. This is on you. The blood is on your hands. I'm just coming up with the ideas, but you came up with the reasoning that the 1-year-olds are there.
Fair. So Ankit would be a game maker, and I would be the one who created the games.
So blame him for all the problems. I'm just here for entertainment value.
Great. My second question is, out of the 3 quarter quells that we know of,
yes,
which one do you like the most, and which one do you feel like you would have the most success in if you went into the games?
I feel like I would have success in none of them.
Fair.
Just being honest. Maybe I would have success in the first one.
Yeah.
The most.
Because they voted for you to go in?
Yeah, it means that one of two things. Either they have some type of faith in me, or they absolutely just want to get rid of me.
So you're just being spiteful.
You know what?
If you win, everyone gets you back.
Look, here's the thing. The way that I look at it is, if I were put into the first one, right? Either they have faith in me, I come back, I'm a hero.
Yeah.
Or they've put me in because I'm the most annoying person in the entire district. I win, I come back, everyone's my bitch.
I think for me, I'd choose the 75th Annual Hunger Games.
You would want to go against all the other victors? Why?
Because I'd also be a victor. So I'd be like, I'd have some like comparable skill.
You know, I hadn't thought that far. I didn't realize. Yeah, but I don't want to do the games twice. That sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, but you've already done the games. In our hypothetical sense.
That doesn't make it better, and we'll talk about that in like 2 minutes.
Yep, and here we go, back into the book. All right, so just to kind of recap where we left off, President Snow has just announced the 75th Annual Hunger Games. Like I said in the last segment, basically all the victors have to go back into the games. So they will reap from the existing victors. So not every district has 2 to 3 victors. Most districts have 8 to 7 to 5 living victors. District 12 only has 3.
Mm-hmm.
So it will only reap from 3. And there's only 1 female victor, so Katniss Everdeen is destined to go back into the games.
Bye, Katniss.
In the book and in the film, as soon as Katniss hears the announcement, she runs outside and has a panic attack beyond explosion. In the film, she kind of goes into the forest, it feels like. It's a bit weird because the forest is far from her house in Capital Village. In her Victor Village.
Yeah. She's not in the capital.
Victor Village, I do apologize. But in the book, she breaks open a house, one of the other Victor houses, smashes her hand open, goes down to the basement, and screams bloody murder for like 10 minutes.
It's a good time.
Yeah. I mean, you would freak out too if you had to go back to the games.
Considering it's something that she already had PTSD from, yeah.
Yeah.
But see, I don't want that on myself. This is why I said I'd go in the first one. I don't need this trauma again.
Fair.
You just like trauma.
Yeah. I think...
Just
fair. I think... No. I think the book one makes more sense to me.
Oh, the book 100%.
How does she go to the forest and then get to the next scene, which I'm about to talk about in 2 minutes? Just... I guess they wanted to use the forest set again.
Look, it's very possible that they were like, do we just use the forest to convey the same idea for 30 seconds? Or do we have to put together a whole new set? Let's just do the forest.
Or the houses that were right there.
Yeah, but also, like, you gotta keep in mind the houses might be there, but the houses might not be actual houses.
Yeah, they're probably hollow. Fair. Okay, cool. So she runs. She realizes then that somebody's going to go into the games with her. It's a really big afterthought to think, oh yeah, there's a male tribute. And she runs over to Haymitch's house, and Haymitch is like, you're late. PETA already came to me first, which is true in both the book and the film, because PETA cares about both of them.
Yes.
And Katniss is basically like, I want to drink. So Katniss and Haymitch sit down and drink their sorrows. And Katniss basically tells Haymitch, you're not going into the games. Peeta's going to go into the games.
Yeah.
In the book, it's decided there that Peeta's going to go into the games, that Haymitch isn't going to go to the games because Haymitch is smart and they need him on the outside to make sure.
Yeah, and
Peeta will
Katniss's whole reasoning is you know how to do the mentoring because you've been doing it. Peeta and I don't know how to do the mentoring. We're not going to be helpful.
Exactly. In the film, they kind of make it seem like Haymitch now has to volunteer as tribute. So it's a 50-50.
Yeah, I didn't really understand that. One thing that I did just want to note real quick, it's a very brief shot, but I did really like how in the film we also see how Haymitch and Peeta are upset by the announcement.
Yes.
You obviously don't see that in the book as it's Katniss's point of view, but I did like that. Like, you know, they're not happy as well.
Definitely. So we skip ahead right away to the reaping. In the book, it's quite interesting. Katniss gets really drunk with Haymitch, then shows up back at her house. She kisses Gale. She goes up to her room and passes out from being too drunk. Then Peeta the next day starts being like training Katniss and Peeta.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, so Peeta comes in to train Katniss and Haymitch to get them all back up to scratch for the Hunger Games. He says, we're going to train like careers do.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing. He's like, we're going to watch the old games. We're going to try to understand everybody. That's kind of glossed over in the film completely.
Oh, yeah, they annexed the part that Peeta is like, all right, guys, let's go.
Well, he just wants to make sure everyone lives. He cares. He cares. There is this idea as well in the film and the book that's very well translated that Peeta is going to the games because he wants Katniss to live. He doesn't.
Katniss is going into the games because she wants Peeta to live.
So both of them are trying their best to make each other live because they know one of them will have to die in this games.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Miss American Pie, yeah.
Bye-bye, Miss American Pie. That's how that goes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I am remembering the song right. That's also probably one of the only lines in that song that I know.
Yeah. Well, also, you know, there's the Star Wars version with Weird Al Yankovic. Yeah.
There's a Star Wars version of that song?
Yeah. He wrote a whole parody of it and was like, my, this here Anakin guy. Maybe later, someday later, but he's just a small fry.
That one.
Yeah.
I forget that exists.
Oh, I love Weird Al.
Have you seen the new Weird Al movie where Daniel Radcliffe plays Weird Al?
No, it's a good.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Oh. Okay. Hey, commenters, if you like the film and we should watch it and Ankit should do it for post finale, let us know.
I just know that it happened.
It happened. Cool. So here we are. We end up going to the reaping right away. And at the reaping, we know for a fact Katniss is the only name. Effie is really upset that Katniss is getting reaped. She really cares for Katniss and Peeta. And you kind of get a sense for Effie as a character where you're like, I used to hate you in book 1, but now I respect you.
I didn't hate her in book 1, though.
Capital stooge is kind of my feeling in book 1.
Fair. See, in book 1, I didn't mind her because, I mean, I found her annoying.
Yeah.
But I didn't hate her.
Fair.
Because I was like, at the end of the day, she's just trying to do her job, and her job is mainly to just keep all of these people on schedule.
Fair. Just so people understand, the reaping and the day that Snow announced the Hunger Games would be what it is, the quarter quell. There's like a 2-month time span between those moments in the book.
Like, everybody knows that Katniss is going in. And the reaping is very funny, though. Because in the book and in the film, Effie does, like, this big show of putting her hand in the bowl.
With the one
with
name?
the one piece of paper in it. And she's like, oh, where is it? I don't know if I can find it. Oh, my goodness, I've gotten the piece of paper. Pulls it out, looks at it. Katniss Everdeen. And it is perfect.
I agree. What's her name? The actor. It's she also played Mary Poppins recently, didn't she?
Emily Blunt?
Yeah, I think it is Emily Blunt.
I don't think it's Emily Blunt. Look, you keep talking, I'll do some research.
Or is it Elizabeth Banks?
I think it's Elizabeth Banks. I'm pretty sure it's Elizabeth Banks, but I'll look it up just to make sure.
Cool. She does a fantastic job as Effie. We should probably give her name.
You would think you would know.
I would think I would know. So then Peeta and Haymitch, it comes time. In the film, you get this feeling that it could be Peeta or Haymitch. In the book, you know Peeta's going in.
In the book, you still don't 100% know that Peeta's going in, but like you have like a 99.9% know that Peeta's going to go in.
Well, you know that if Haymitch's name gets picked, Peeta's going to volunteer. And if
Yeah, but you
Peeta's-
know that in the film as well.
No, but if Peeta's name gets picked, Haymitch isn't going to volunteer because Katniss already told him not to.
Oh, in the book?
In the film, you get the feeling that if Peeta's name gets called, Haymitch will volunteer.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So that's what the difference is.
Sure.
And I don't like that. So Haymitch's name gets called, and Peeta immediately volunteers, and Woody Harrelson's like, don't do this. Don't. And Peeta's like, I'm going in.
Oh, yeah, no, Peeta's exact words are, you can't stop me.
He is dedicated, everybody.
Also, once again, you're a fake fan. It's Elizabeth Banks.
Oh, I was right on the second name, at least.
Yeah, but, like, you should have known.
Hey.
Words are hard, names are difficult.
Words are hard, names are difficult. Actors look different in makeup, right?
No,
Yes.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
The actor who plays General Akbar looks exactly the same in person. I have no idea what you were talking about.
So the crowd then salutes all the tributes in the film. It's not in the book. If they did the salute, all of District 12 would have been bombed earlier because Snow is like watching everybody like a hawk and he's killing any district that messes up right now because Snow is a bitch. We're going to get our district bombed. Sorry, my bad.
What?
I just said Snow. I made fun of President Snow. My bad.
We're not in the same district.
Oh, that's right.
Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye.
It was nice knowing you.
Hey, but we're District 1, so it's fine.
Yeah, you're getting blown up.
District 1.
Have a good time.
We give all the stuff to the Capitol.
Get blown up.
Okay, fair. Yeah, just so you know, in the last episode,
two episodes ago,
we found out what districts Ankit and I are a part of, and it was really fun because obviously I'm from California, that's District 1, and Seattle was District 4, 7?
I don't think we went based on where we were located on where we grew up. I think we just went based on what we enjoyed doing, and I picked animals.
Oh, then I picked District 3, I think, for electronics.
I don't know. You're getting blown up either way, and I'm not.
Fair. Cool. Moving back. So, Peeta goes into the games. They salute them, and Katniss is ready to say goodbye to everybody. In the book and the film, they rush them off to the train, and they leave without being able to say goodbye. Katniss really wanted to say goodbye to Gale and explain that she will be doing stuff in the games with Peeta to keep him alive, but she loves him still. She doesn't get to do that in the film, and she assumes she will never see Gale, her mother, Prim, ever again.
Bye.
You don't really get that sense in the film, but in the book, it's a bit devastating.
No, you do a bit in the film as well, because she is screaming, saying, why don't we get to see them? Don't we get to see them?
Yeah.
So, like, you know, it is there.
Could have been clearer.
It was pretty damn clear.
Eh.
Steven. She's literally screaming, why don't we get to see them?
Fair. I felt like the aftermath is rushed, though. It feels like we're on the train and that thought is forgotten.
Yeah, but you don't have time to sit in your thoughts as you do in a book.
There. Cool. So they all show up on the train. Effie's there, and Effie's like really upset that they're going into the games again, the same two victors that had basically won her fame.
Yep.
And she's like, we should be a gold team. So she's going to get everybody a piece of gold.
Something to, like, combine with Katniss's Mockingjay pin.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
everyone will have something gold. Peeta will eventually get a locket, and Haymitch will get a bracelet, and Effie will have gold hair.
Yeah. Doesn't Effie also get, like, a bracelet?
No, she has the gold hair. She
Did
says,
she just
I
change
have
her
my
hair?
hair. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She went from orange hair to gold hair.
Oh, that's why I couldn't tell.
Yeah, because the gold hair doesn't really look gold. It still looks kind of orange, doesn't it?
It looked the same.
It does. Maybe it was the gradient on the film.
It looked the same.
Because the film does have like a gradient, you know what I mean?
Sure, I'm still standing by it looked the same.
It did look different to me.
Nope.
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 No.
Okay, fair.
Did not look different.
Post in the comments if you think it looked different or not.
Oh, also for context, I am colorblind.
That's right.
Did you forget this?
Yes. Because I remember whenever we played Lego Harry Potter, I'd be like, "Oh, get the blue brick," and you'd be like, "What? Blue what?"
I could see the blue. It was when you told me to do other things.
Oh, that's right. Just for context, Ankit and I played through the entire Lego Harry Potter and 100%ed both games over a summer. We were very happy with each other, but like
We didn't have much else going on that summer.
yeah, it's really hard to 100% those games. It's fun. It's
Actually, I
really-
think we 99.9 one of the games because there was the glitch and we couldn't get that last.
Oh my
secret
gosh. Guys, if you're going to make a video game, don't put a glitch in it that prevents you from getting 100%.
Yeah, so there was like one little like secret dude that we had to find, and we could find the guy, but we couldn't officially claim the guy as like being found. And so we couldn't 100% the game, and Steven's gonna have to live with that as he moves back.
Yes. Really sad.
Yeah. You're definitely more heartbroken over it than I am.
Very heartbroken. We were this close to 100% of the game. This close. So Peeta and Katniss go to bed on the first day, except in the film, Peeta stays up to watch the games of other tributes. This is book only. In the film, they kind of just go to bed, wake up, they're at the Capitol already. It's really quick. They kind of gloss over it. In the book, though, Peeta stays up to watch all the victors who are going to be in the games with them. So he tries to get to know everybody who's going to be in the games, how they won.
And they have watched most of the games, if not all. Like, they watched all of the games of any of the living victors before the quell happened. Before the reaping happened?
Yes.
Sorry. Before the reaping happened, they did watch everything, but now he's rewatching now that they know who the other tributes are as well. So, like, looking a bit more specific into those specific ones.
Katniss shows up later with some coffee and it was a hot chocolate. think
I
it's hot
don't know,
chocolate.
but they're in the Capitol already.
They're on the train.
No,
when they're
this
watching.
this is all in the Capitol.
In the book, it's on the train because it's the first night.
Right, in the book it's on the train. In the film it's in the Capitol.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. The train only right now.
Oh, okay.
So they're on the train on the couch having hot chocolate. Now watching the game. They decide to watch Haymitch's game, which they've not watched on purpose because they don't think Haymitch would want to relive it.
They also didn't need to. He's not going to be in the games.
He's not going to be in the games. And just so you know, Haymitch won the quarter quell of the 50th quarter quell, which is the double the tributes. So he beat 47 other people to win. There's a huge explanation in the book. There's also a mini series you can watch on YouTube, which will have Sebastien link in the video. You can watch.
We'll
later.
link it in the description. Sebastian, you don't need to link it in the video itself. That ain't gonna work.
We'll link it in the description, but it basically is a cool short film someone did of Haymitch winning the games, which explains how Haymitch won the games and everything like that.
Yeah, it is actually very, very fun.
And it's right from the book. Just all you have to know is Haymitch won the games. The girl he went in with, one of the girls he went in with, is the reason Katniss has the gold Mockingjay pin because it belonged to her. So there's a huge connection there that is not talked about in the film.
Yeah, so that girl that Haymitch went in with, one of the girls, not even all of them, one of the girls that he went in with was, because there were two.
Yeah.
But one of them was Madge's aunt. And the pin used to belong to Madge's aunt, and then Madge gave it to Katniss. That's how she gets the pin. But none of that's involved in the book.
Madge isn't even in the book?
Madge is in the book. She's not in the film.
I mean, Madge isn't even in the film.
Yeah. She's not in the film.
Nope.
Nah.
So we show up at the Capitol, and we see the two Avoxes serving them. The Avoxes are kind of a bit weirder in this film. They have like this tape over their face.
Yeah.
And you don't really get to see them. In the book, one of the Avoxes is Darius, who's a friend from District 12. He's a peacekeeper, but he's like a kind peacekeeper.
He was the old head peacekeeper.
No. Darius isn't the old head peacekeeper. He was just under the head peacekeeper.
No, he was the old head, wasn't he?
No. There's a different guy who's the old head.
Oh, okay.
Darius went to go defend Gale when Gale was getting whipped, and then now he's an Avox.
Yeah, sure, why not? He has his tongue ripped out. He's ginger.
Yeah. It makes everyone really sad. Well, it definitely makes Katniss really sad. Every time in the book, you get the sense of Snow's doing everything to just mess with her.
Yeah.
In the film, they cut that down back a bit. I like it more in the book. Because it just feels like every second she's like, what is Snow doing to me now?
It is much more harsh in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then in the film, Haymitch explains all these new tributes to Katniss and Peeta by showing them the TV. Peeta not leading it is weird. Now Haymitch is leading, but it makes sense. Haymitch is now the mentor.
Haymitch also knows most of them.
Personally.
Yeah.
There's a friend group there, I should say.
There is.
Then we meet Finnick Odair.
This is the note that I have for Finnick Odair. The guy who plays Finnick is exactly how I imagined him.
He is perfect.
He is fantastic.
He has a sugar cube and he's like, they're free. We can eat them as much as we want.
Honestly, if I was going to play anybody in this film, I'd want to play Finnick.
You'd want to play Finnick?
I'd want to play Finnick.
Ooh. I hadn't thought about who I'd play. I think Chaff is really fun.
Fair. I just kind of want to play Finnick so that I can just have a casual conversation while eating a sugar cube next to a horse.
Fair. I do love Nuts and Bolts. They are two of my favorites.
They are very fun. They are very, very fun characters.
So Finnick Odair is from District 4.
Mm-hmm.
He is technically a career tribute. He is the beauty of the capital. And you get this sense that everyone is pulling out all the stops for this grand quarter quell.
Yeah. Shout out to Sam Claflin, who plays Finnick.
Sam Claflin.
Yes.
Nice.
I have no idea what else he is in.
Good job, Sam.
Thanks, Sam.
So we have the district, all the tributes do their parade, like in the last film. This parade is way cooler. I love the whole drums that they added to the film.
Oh, they went all out for the 75th quell and like the parade and everything, right? I think it makes it 10 times funnier that none of the tributes are happy about this and they're all pissed and it's fantastic.
They're all mad. But Katniss and Peeta still steal the show, which is hilarious. And they steal the show in both the film and the book. And then we go into...
They're just stationary.
Yeah. Then we go into group training phase. And so they're all going to learn some stuff. We get to meet a bunch of the tributes as well. We meet Chaff, who kisses Katniss on the mouth. First time he sees her.
That's why you want to play Chaff. Okay.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Just so that you can kiss Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, definitely. Jennifer Lawrence.
I'm so sorry.
And then we're on an elevator, and Joanna Mason shows up. And just so Joanna Mason's a tribute from District 7, which is the lumber village. And she's complaining that Katniss had a really cool uniform, and she looks like a tree.
And then she proceeds to strip in the elevator.
And get naked in both the book and the film. And Peeta's there like,
Okay.
So yeah, she gets naked in front of everyone and then walks around naked. There's a lot of Joanna Mason walking around naked more in the book than in the film.
Although one thing that I did hear about was that apparently like filming that scene was not a good experience for the actress.
Yeah, because they did it in a public hotel, I think.
And they didn't shut down the public hotel. Never do that, ladies and gentlemen. If you are requiring someone to be very intimate and expose themselves, shut it down, make it a closed set. It's not supposed to be a public set. Like, no.
So Haymitch tells Katniss and Peeta they're going to go into this group session and their job is to make friends. So they need to be like careers and have a team to help them win because everyone else knows each other.
Yeah. And Peeta's like, okay. And Katniss is like, no.
Yeah, Katniss does not want anybody else but Peeta. She's like, I will do whatever I need just to be a solo person with Peeta.
Yeah. She don't care about anybody else. Fuck them.
So we end up going to the group training. Katniss makes friends with Beady and Wyrus, who are from District 3. They're very interesting people.
Quirky.
They point out the force field that's protecting the game makers that has now been added since Katniss shot a bow and arrow at them in the first games.
Yeah. Minor inconveniences.
She also makes friends with Mags, an older woman who volunteered as tribute to protect Annie, who's Finnick's girlfriend from District 4.
Mm-hmm. We like Mags.
We love Mags. And when she tells Haymitch these are the people she wants, Haymitch is like, "You're gonna die."
I do appreciate that he doesn't sugarcoat it.
Katniss then does a bow and arrow test in front of everyone, and everyone is either impressed, mad, or engaged.
Yep.
So everyone wants Katniss on their team now.
My favorite thing is she comes back and Haymitch is like, so why does everyone suddenly want you on your team? And Peeta's like, they saw her shoot. And Haymitch is like, yeah, so? And then Peeta goes, no. We saw her shoot. Like, for real.
Yeah.
We realized how good she actually is with a bow and arrow.
She is amazing with the bow and arrow.
Not as good as Legolas, but close.
Katniss Everdeen versus Legolas. Who would win?
There is a video Legolas wins.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, have you not seen the video on YouTube?
No.
Okay, so there's a video that
Can
compares...
we link it in the description as well?
Yeah, I'll try to find it. We'll link it into the description if I'm able to. But there's a video that compares Katniss, Legolas, and then who's the other famous archer in, like, YA fantasy?
Hawkeye?
Hawkeye. So they compare Legolas's shots and kill count, Katniss's shots and kill count, and Hawkeye's shots and kill count. If I'm remembering the three correctly.
Makes sense.
Legolas still wins.
Legolas killed an elephant. All right.
No. But they were also going by percentages. I think like
Fair.
they did try to keep it fair.
Does the elephant count as one?
I think so. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've watched the
It's
video.
my favorite line Gimli has in the film. That still counts as one.
Look, we'll do Lord of the Rings at some point, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, very much.
Yeah.
There's a lunch that they skip over in the film that all the tributes have together, and Peeta's really chummy with all the tributes, where Katniss is still very secluded.
Yeah.
Katniss gets really upset at Peeta for making friends with everyone really easily, but
I do like how in the book, Peeta's just like, what do you want me to do? Lean over and die?
exactly. And then we go to the solo event, where they will all do something for the panel.
They finally have Katniss go last. Thank you for reading the book.
Yeah, actually, thank you. Also, it's really interesting because in this sense of what's going to happen, all of the tributes seem very upset they're going in, so they're going to do something crazy for this interview.
Yeah.
None of them are actually going to show their skills.
Nah.
That's not the plan here.
So Peeta decides to paint a picture of... I'm blanking on her name. Rue.
Thank you for remembering Rue.
Hey.
It's almost like she was an important plot point in the first book.
She was in the book, not in the film.
I think she's important in the film.
I didn't care about her death in the film. I was like, all right, she's dead. Let's go.
You're a monster.
Look, we've had this discussion.
I know. I thought the actor did all right.
The
Comment
actor...
for respect, for love for Rue.
Hey. I never said that the actor was bad. I said that the writing didn't make me care about her character.
That's fair. That we rushed the Rue and Katniss.
I just didn't care about her death, not that she wasn't important.
I'll give you that. 5 points to Gryffindor.
I'm a Slytherin!
I know, that's why I get the points.
No! Stop saying this!
So yeah, Peeta paints a picture of Rue, but he paints her the way she looked when she was going up, being taken away. Katniss has set up a bunch of flowers.
Yeah.
It's basically a big middle finger Peeta did to the Capitol.
Woo!
In the book, you don't see it. You only hear about it later. In the film, we actually get to see it, which I think is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Katniss ends up going in, and she decides she has to be bigger, one-up Peeta, because you kind of get this sense in the film, but in the book, you get Katniss's mind, of course. She has to one-up Peeta because he's pissed off the Capitol, she really needs to piss off the Capitol, so everyone focuses on her, not him.
Yeah, because she wants them to try to kill her, not him. So what does she do? She grabs a dummy.
Yeah?
She sets up the dummy. She grabs a piece of rope.
Yeah.
She ties a little knot in the rope. The knot happens to look like a noose. Surprisingly enough, ladies and gentlemen, nooses are easier to tie than one would think. I would know. I've done it. No, you saw me do it. It was for my thesis.
I know, I'm kidding.
Like,
I'm kidding.
there was context. I had a noose around my neck, but, like, I had to tie it myself. And, like, yeah, that's why I learned how to tie a noose.
Waiting for Godot for me.
No.
No, I mean, that's how I learned how to tie a
Oh!
noose. Waiting for Godot.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
If anyone is curious on what I am talking about, if you search my name, or I'll link it in the description, my thesis show, I had to tie a noose, and I was playing Pai Patel while he was stranded on a boat with a tiger. That's a film that we could do.
Life of Pi?
Yeah.
Yeah, do the book to the film?
That was a book.
And it's one shot.
And it is... Wait, what?
Are there multiple books?
Oh, no. I thought you meant one shot as in, like, there's only one camera shot, and I was like, no, it isn't.
Oh, I love you, man. I'm gonna really miss living with you.
Don't move.
I have to.
I mean, you could always not.
I have. Sebastian, tell him I have to move.
Nah. I'm just gonna go in denial until it happens.
So she hangs the dummy and writes on the dummy Seneca Crane,
Woo!
who, of course, was the guy who did the last Hunger Games. He was the game maker.
He's dead now.
Extra points for the film for including his weird beard
Yeah.
on the dummy. I thought it was so funny to have the weird beard.
I would like to think that she took time, found a Sharpie, and drew in the beard.
That's what she did in the film, but it was so good. I love the weird beard. Also, because Katniss never really met Seneca, except for once when she shot the bow and arrow. For her to have that good memory in the film is hilarious.
That is fair.
So now we go to an interview. The
Yay.
solo interviews, which to me is one of my favorite parts of the book.
Now, what was that word that you just said?
Solo interviews.
Yeah, the siblings do the interviews together. What the hell?
Yeah, so that was my first problem that I noticed. It's supposed to be solo interviews, but for whatever reason, they wanted to introduce the two brother and sister from District 1. I'm forgetting their names. They also have, like, Glimmer and Glow, like...
I don't
Glimmer
care
and
about their
Marvel.
names. They die in an instant.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
One of them dies pretty quick.
Fair. So they're interviewing people. They interviewed the two ones together, but everyone else is getting interviewed. And everyone's doing whatever they can to get everyone upset to try to derail the games. They are saying everything in the book. My favorite is Joanna.
What does she say?
She starts cussing. She starts like,
Oh,
cussing up
yeah.
a storm, which like, I can't repeat the stuff she says on YouTube. Otherwise,
You can. There's just gonna be a whole lot of bleeping.
just imagine I went bleep, 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 bleep.
Or
bleep.
you could just say it and we can include the bleeps, and then the lovely patrons can get the full version. Come on, say it, Steven. Do it.
She calls President Snow a fop and many other names that I care not to repeat. So Joanna Mason, attacks the Capitol. Is like, this is bullshit. I've already won. Now I have to go in again. Everybody else is trying to derail the games their way. She goes out. She leaves. She sees Katniss coming in, and she's in a wedding dress. Everyone saw Katniss in a wedding dress earlier in the book, but the sentiment is the same.
Yeah.
Snow is making her wear a wedding dress for this interview.
And Joanna tells Katniss to make President Snow pay for this.
Yeah, and she does. The thing is, in the book, because the wedding is such at a forefront throughout the whole book, by the time this is revealed in the film, you kind of forget that Katniss is engaged to Peeta.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that was a thing they did.
I didn't process why she was in a wedding dress for half a second.
Yeah, but that's the problem with the speed of the film in a bit.
Yeah. So anyway, she's in a wedding dress, and Cinna says that he has done something special, and twirl when the time is right.
Yeah.
So she goes in, she does the interview,
and
twirls.
She does twirl at the end of her interview and turns into a mockingjay, which of course is the symbol of revolution, if you will.
Yeah.
And Cinna gets a resounding applause from everyone in both the book and the film.
Everyone's thrilled.
President Snow is not thrilled.
Okay, everyone minus one person is thrilled.
And Flickerman is there like, poor Flickerman. He's just trying to do his job, and everyone's making his job really hard.
I do feel bad for him. I also do feel bad that, so Peeta then comes out, and he announces that Katniss is pregnant, which is never touched on again in the film.
But in the book, it's a major point.
Yeah, what the hell?
In the book, Peeta tells everyone Katniss is pregnant, hoping that they'll cancel the games magically because Katniss is pregnant. Because the Capitol loves Katniss.
Yeah.
They just love her.
Everyone but Snow.
Everyone but Snow. And basically, there's nothing that's going to derail this game. So Katniss Everdeen in the book is going in pregnant, in quotation marks.
Yeah. Damn. Those Capitol people are going to be really upset when a baby don't pop out in 9 months.
Yeah. Then Haymitch is toasting Peeta at their interview when Peeta says that Katniss is pregnant. It almost is really fun because it gives me this idea that Haymitch knew that he was gonna
Haymitch
say it.
100% knew that he was going to say it.
Which I love Haymitch. I just love I love Woody Harrelson as Haymitch. I think he just does a brilliant job.
Yeah, no, Haymitch knew. Haymitch knew what was going on. He's a smart one.
And then now it's time to go to bed before the games. We're going right into the games. It's really interesting because in the film, there's a whole grading thing we missed from the interviews. Peeta and Katniss both get a 12, by the way, which is the highest score you can get from the solos. From the solo stage of the training.
Yes.
They both get a 12, so it makes them both not only a target for everyone, but also everyone wants them on their team.
Yeah.
It's a good way for them to F with them. There's an additional scene added in the film where Effie gives everybody their golden trinket.
Yep.
So Haymitch gets his gold bracelet. Peeta gets a gold locket, which you kind of don't see what's inside of it until later. We'll talk about it when we get there.
Mm-hmm.
And Katniss already has her gold pin.
Yeah. And Effie apparently has her hair.
She has golden hair.
Sure.
Golden hair.
Why not?
Golden hair.
Doesn't look like it.
Gold hair.
Cool.
Hey, cool. Haymitch promises to Katniss to remember who the real... Haymitch tells Katniss to remember who the real enemy is, which is a big thing that we'll keep coming back to in the second part of our episode.
Yeah.
And then enemy is also the title of the third part of the book. So that whole sentence is just really, really important. In the book, you don't get this scene in the film, but Katniss and Peeta share a bed for the last day, right before the games.
Mm-hmm.
Because also they try to be really careful because they don't want the Capitol to separate them. They're just very, they do depend on each other still. They share a bed before they go into the games. And then they're both going to the games. Just like in the last games, Cinna is going with Katniss to get her tracker placed to her little room to get ready to go up. Once Katniss steps into the tube, it ain't firing.
Oh, yeah. Peacekeepers come in.
And what did they do, Ankit?
They beat the shit out of Cinna.
It looks like they kill him, to be fair.
No, they don't kill him immediately. They just knock him out.
You know he's dead, though.
Oh, I mean, look, everybody knows that he's dead, but he's not dead immediately. And he's not dead on arrival. He's dead in interrogations afterwards.
The thing is, it's really interesting because they did it right before Katniss went up. So obviously, she's already really delirious now, watching her friend, one of her only friends from the Capitol, get beat the crap out of right before she went up into the games.
Yep. And on that note, we're going to take a snack break and then we'll come back.
Yeah. Hi, this is Stephen. Thank you for watching Co-op Forge. If you like our content, wish to support our editing staff or all, please subscribe to our Patreon and the link down below. You'll get bonus footage and many other fun activities out of it. In our description, you'll also find links to our social media where we'll post about our new episodes. Flip the Scripts is every Friday. Seattle Across the Pond is every other Thursday. And Post Finale is posted every Wednesday. Thank you for watching. Now back to the main episode. So here we are going into the games. And we see Plutarch and Snow. You know, we get to see Plutarch behind the scenes still running the games. Just like we had Seneca Crane in the last film. We get to see behind the games again, which is really fun.
I still really enjoyed that. That's probably one of my favorite additions in the films is that you get to see all the cool tech and you get to see them creating the games and the manipulations that they do.
I also put a note here because after they beat up Cinna, you don't really get to see him bloodied or anything. I said the PG-13 rating is really hurting the film a bit.
Dude, you literally see blood on him. Not as much as I would have liked to see on him, but you do see it.
Not for the amount they beat him. It's not realistic.
I never said it was realistic. I just said that there was blood.
I'm saying the PG-13 rating is hurting them a bit.
Oh. Yeah. But also, if you made this an R-rated film, hard to get the, youth to go see it, and they were the target demographic when this was coming out.
Yeah, it's fair.
Legitimately, we were the target demographic.
Maybe we need a new rating. Maybe PG-15 should become a thing. And then you can kind of be between R and PG-13.
Okay, let's go with this theory of yours. What's the difference between a PG-13, a PG-15, and an R?
So a PG-15, you can get a little more bloody, a little more.
But what's little? That's all perspective. What's a little?
I don't know. They have you read the documentation of what makes something a PG-13 film?
Yeah, F-bombs.
No, well, the PG films are allowed 1 F-bomb.
Yes.
PG-13 films are allowed like 7.
They're allowed like 2.
7.
It's not 7, otherwise you'd have significantly more in the MCU.
Fair. No, but there's like 7 curse words or something. Like there's a whole graph you can watch and research. It's really interesting.
Fair.
Let's get back. So we end up in this cool new place. I love the new games. So it's a bunch of people, 24 podiums. Katniss can't see Peeta right away. That's true in both the book and the film.
Yeah.
Peeta's on the other side of the cornucopia, which, again, is not a cornucopia.
It's
or
my
is it
biggest
golden?
gripe. It's a black tent.
Oh,
It's
no,
supposed to
it's
be
silver again.
fine. It's silver. It's been a while since I've seen the film. My bad. That one's not color blindness. That one's just me not knowing.
There.
It's still a tent. It's not a cornucopia, and it's not gold. Like, come on.
So the cornucopia is in the middle. We're going to call it that, even though it's not. But the cornucopia is in the middle. It has a little horn thing, kind of looking like a horn, but it's not really done well enough. It points, and there are 12 land tractions all around, and all of the podiums are submerged in water.
Yep.
So it's interesting. What does this mean? Ooh, it's almost like they hinted at it in the book, but they forgot to put it in the film.
Whoopsies.
Gosh. They jump into the water. Katniss and Finnick and everyone else, most of them jump into the water to try to get to the cornucopia first. Katniss is like, we're acting like careers. I'm going to get stuff. I'm going to get my bow and arrow right away.
Katniss gets there first.
Katniss and Finnick get there first.
No, Katniss gets there first.
Well, no, Katniss gets to the other side, and Finnick gets to the other side first. It says so in the book.
Oh, fair. Okay, they get there at the same time, but on opposite sides.
Yeah.
Sure.
Katniss gets her bow and arrow. Finnick gets his trident.
Katniss is about to shoot Finnick.
Where Finnick says, duck, and throws the trident into the body of somebody from District, I think, 5.
Sure.
The male from District 5.
Throws it into some buff dude from somewhere.
He's not buff. That was the guy who was throwing up.
That one. Never
yeah,
mind. Not the buff dude. The
barf,
buff dude dies later.
The barf guy.
Yeah.
Then Peeta, Finnick is like, I'm on your team. Finnick goes to try to help Katniss get Peeta, because Peeta is not a good swimmer. Peeta doesn't know how to swim in either the film or the book.
No, he's a bad swimmer, but he's getting by. But the thing that, makes it slightly more difficult for him is he is attacked by another human being.
Well, he also has a prosthetic leg in the book.
No. We're ignoring the prosthetic leg. The prosthetic leg ain't a thing in this film. It's not there. He's just also getting attacked by someone, so Finnick goes to help. Katniss is weary to let him go to help, but Haymitch has given him his gold arm bracelet thingamabob.
Gold bracelet.
Yeah, the gold bracelet. And so that's why Katniss is like, well, I guess Haymitch is picking my allies for me whether I like it or not. And let me just say, if Finnick dies in the 3rd book, I'm gonna be really upset.
Yeah. And also, it's really interesting. So, Peeta is getting dragged under in the film by this other tribute. I think it's the guy from District 1.
Sure.
Let's say it is.
Why not?
And Peeta kills him in the film?
No, Finnick kills him.
No, in the film, Peeta kills him. In the book, Finnick kills him. No, because they both go underwater, and then you hear a boom, and Katniss is like, Peeta! And then Peeta comes up, and Finnick is still above water when it happens.
No, Finnick is also underwater when the boom happens.
No, Finnick is above water when the boom
Isn't
happens.
he under the water?
No.
Yes, he is!
I literally watched it last week.
Melanie, is he under the water or is he above the water?
I don't remember.
You are no help at all.
No, but basically I had a gripe here. This is why I know it's the way it happened. In the book, Finnick does kill the guy who's after PETA. But in the film, they have PETA kill somebody else, which puts his kill count from 2, which we agreed upon in the last book, to 3.
Hey, well done, PETA. Let's go.
But PETA's not supposed to kill anyone in this book.
Oi. That's besides the point. You don't need to think about that. Just let PETA kill.
PETA doesn't kill on purpose.
Let PETA kill.
PETA doesn't kill on purpose.
Justice for PETA. He literally killed the first person on purpose.
No, I meant PETA's character doesn't... Well, no. PETA doesn't kill people.
You can't say PETA's character doesn't kill people on purpose when the first person he kills in the first Hunger Games is on purpose. Yes, it might be a mercy kill, but it's on purpose.
Fair. No, but like, you get what I mean.
No!
The reasoning.
No!
The reasoning.
No!
He doesn't kill to kill.
He literally killed to kill!
He killed her because she would have just suffered and died anyway.
There's no guarantee that she would have suffered and died because Kato thought that he was going to suffer and die, but he didn't.
She was bleeding out.
So was he!
Yeah, she was a lot worse.
That was never explained.
In the book it was.
He literally loses a leg.
Yeah, not till after.
Because of the injury.
No, PETA doesn't kill.
PETA kills!
Not on purpose.
Yeah, literally the first kill.
I don't classify that on purpose. I think mercy kill doesn't mean...
Mercy kill is still on purpose.
Okay, can I say PETA doesn't murder?
Okay, that's
Does that
fair.
make you happy?
No, because PETA still technically does murder.
No, murder is different than killing. Killing is, like, I would say that's second degree.
I'm sorry. Did you just say murder is different than killing?
It is! In
No,
the law,
it
murder
isn't.
and killing are 2 different things. Murder is premeditated. Killing is just killing. That's why you have murder 1, murder 2, manslaughter.
Okay,
There's also a difference in Hebrew and biblical terms. Ah!
I'll give you that one.
Okay.
But PETA does murder.
PETA doesn't murder. He kills. Doesn't murder. Different.
I'm still saying that the first one is still technically a murder. Nothing after that is a murder, but the first one is still technically a murder. You're saying that it wasn't premeditated. Sure, she might have been bleeding out, but there's no guarantee that she would have died, right? Ladies and gentlemen, if anyone's confused, we're having an argument about the first Hunger Games. So, the 74th one, not this one. We'll get back to this one in a bit. But you're telling me that there was no premeditation of him literally going, I'll go back and make sure that she is finished off. That is a premeditative thought of, I am going to go and kill this person.
Let's move on.
I'm just saying.
Let's move on.
He
Agree to
thought
disagree.
thought about it.
Agree to disagree. Let's move on.
I'm right, and you just can't accept that.
I will never accept it. So Max, Finnick, PETA, and Katniss team up. This is now the new team, the Fantastic Four, the trio of quadruples. I don't know what the term trio is for 4 people. Quattro?
Not trio.
Quattro?
A group?
My brain right now is hurting.
What do you want to say, Melanie? A quartet.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I should know this as a musician.
A quartet.
I'm bad at
Yeah,
life.
that's why I asked. You're a musician. Quartet. That's exactly right.
I am sorry to all the other musicians out there. Thank you. For anyone who's wondering who Melanie is, it's Steven's sister. She's visiting us this weekend before Steven moves out, and so she's sitting in here while we're recording.
And we love it. We love it. She's great. She helped me pack. She knows Tetris really well. She's a Tetris champion.
But you were not the first person to beat Tetris. That happened to some 13-year-old or something recently.
Yeah, he beat the whole game.
Yeah, I was surprised.
I didn't even know you could.
I didn't know that it was possible.
But he beat the game.
He played until it crashed.
He played until it went 99999.
Yeah.
Good job.
Well done.
I don't know this 13-year-old's name, but like put him in the games, he'll win.
I did.
He's smart.
Sure.
He win like Haymitch. He'd figure it out. You know what I mean?
I just don't know if he would win. Because I know nothing about him other than he's the first person to beat Tetris.
I just wanted to connect it to the film.
I don't even know what his name is.
Okay, so Peeta's there cutting the barrier. They're in a forest. They have no water, so that's a big thing they're trying to get is water.
He's just cutting a path.
He's cutting a path for them. And Peeta cuts into the barrier before Katniss tries to stop him because Katniss can see the barriers because she learned from Beetee and Wyrus. And he gets blown back by a huge electric shock and dies.
Yeah.
Finnick then goes to save him by doing CPR, and Katniss is really afraid that Finnick's going to do something else, and she almost kills Finnick as well.
Yeah, here's the thing. A couple things, right?
Yeah.
The first one, props to the film for actually showing CPR done correctly.
Actually, yeah. That's probably a first in most of the media I've watched.
They do it correctly. They show how difficult it is for Finnick to be doing it properly.
Yep.
They show how stressful it is. They have the right, tempo of the beats.
Staying alive, staying alive.
Yeah. Staying alive.
I love that song.
It's been a while since I've heard it.
Bee Gees.
Yeah.
Wrote it. I think they wrote that for Saturday Night Fever, actually.
Beautiful.
I think they wrote it for Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah, fair.
Cool.
Yeah, the other thing is they don't explain it in the film, but in the book they ask how did Katniss know that the barrier was there. And Katniss knows that she can't give away the secret that Beetee and Wyrus showed her how to look at the force fields and everything.
Exactly.
And so she uses the excuse of her reconstructed ear by the Capitol, and she's like, "Oh, can you all not hear that sound?" And they're like, "No." And she's like, "Oh, I guess I can just hear it." But so she uses her ear as the excuse of she can just hear a very slight whirring sound, which is what tells her that the barrier is there.
Yeah, and in addition to the scene is Plutarch and the rest of the game makers watching Finnick give CPR to Peeta, going, "Get the cannon ready." And I think it's really kind of just, I love the behind the scenes of the game so much. It's really fun.
It's very good.
Good addition. It's doing adaptation right. When you add something that just enhances the watching experience.
It does help.
It does.
Yeah.
Something that we wouldn't have got from just the book perspective.
Yeah. So then we continue on.
And it's a scene with Snow, President Snow, and his granddaughter. And he sees that his granddaughter has the
Katniss braid.
And he's like, "Oh, God." So Katniss has really affected the Capitol girls and has made them really happy. And she's like, "Everyone in my class has it." And Snow is not happy. And Snow watches Katniss and Peeta. When Peeta comes back to life, Katniss basically kisses Peeta. Is so happy that he's alive. And Snow's granddaughter says, "Oh, I wish I could love somebody that much."
Slap in the face, Snow.
Slap in the effing face. Again, film only. Still like the scene.
Don't mind the scene. Quite like the scene.
I think I would have preferred the Haymitch Hunger Games in the film over that scene, but yeah, I still like the scene.
Yeah, but the Haymitch Hunger Games is a significantly longer portion.
Yeah, I was about 5-minute scene. You could have sacrificed some of the snow bits.
That was not a 5-minute scene. That was a 2-minute scene, maybe.
Oh, okay, you could sacrifice a lot of the snow scenes if you want to put Haymitch's Hunger Games back in.
I think you need the snow scenes because if you haven't read the books, the snow scenes are the only way that you get character development of Snow and understand how big of a bad he truly is.
Fair. I'll give you that. Cool. Then they really need water. In every games, this is the biggest thing. In the last game, we talked about how Katniss spent over 2 days looking for water.
Yeah, in the film, it's 5 minutes.
In this film and book, actually, it is a lot quicker for them to get water. So they get their first gift from outside. Haymitch sends them a spile.
Yep.
They spend a while trying to discover what the spile is in the book. They just know in the film.
Look, one of them's just been out in the woods enough times. Anyway, the way that a spile works is you take it, you put it into a tree, and then the water comes out of the tree.
Yeah. Finnick saves Peeta's life, so there's a bit more trust building in the group now in both the book and the film. Mags is really good at setting up their campsite. It's one of the things she's credited for. This is not in the film. This is book only. But I just wanted to give credit to Mags.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, we can just assume that she probably set up the campsite in the film. They just don't show it, that's all.
Yeah, but there is no shelter built. They kind of just sleep on
No,
the
there
ground.
is. There's a small shelter.
Is there?
Yeah, there's a very small, canopy roof thing so that they don't get rained on.
It just seemed a lot more impressive in the book.
It's because she describes it more.
Fair.
It's just an afterthought in the film, but there is a small little shelter-ish thing there.
So they all have water, and they're all sleeping on the ground, and then they wake up to fog.
The eeriness of this fog rolling in, super cool. Very well done.
Love it. My only gripe with this is Katniss is a lot smarter than they let her be in the film. Katniss Everdeen, this girl who hunts for a living in District 12 for years and years and years, reaches out to touch a weird fog that she knows could probably kill her if it's bad. Stupid.
And guess what? It's poisonous fog.
Yeah.
So we run.
In the book, Katniss just goes, that doesn't look right. Let's go.
Yeah, fair.
Again, why? I don't know.
To show us, the audience, what the danger of the fog truly is.
Fair.
Because in the book, again, she's able to describe what it is.
Yeah.
In the film, you can't use that description. They have to show us.
I just think do that later. I think having Katniss, you could still have the injuries later like they do for Finnick. I think for me, just still have Katniss be smart.
No. What I'm saying, though, is if you have the injuries come later, right? Yes, there is the smarts, but you don't necessarily, as an audience, if you haven't read the book, you don't know, why are they just running away from fog?
I don't know.
Right? Because you can't have that internal dialogue that Katniss has in the book where it's Katniss going, that doesn't look right. That's probably poisonous, blah, 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 blah. In the film, again, take out that you have read the book. If you see Katniss wake up, see some fog, and be like, oh, we should run. I've walked through fog. You've walked through fog. Fog that is as thick as that fog. So it's just like there's no stakes, right? They need to show us the stakes because
show not tell, yeah.
Yeah, because adding it later will then ruin the intensity of the running away.
Fair. I think there was another way to do it, but fair.
Yeah.
So Katniss, Peeta, Mags, and Finnick are all running away. Peeta is still very injured from getting electrocuted in the book. In the film, he seems to be able to run at full strength.
Yeah, and also in the book, he has a prosthetic leg. In the film, he's perfectly fine.
Yeah, so Katniss is helping Peeta run in the book, not in the film. So they're all running. Finnick is carrying Mags on his back. And all of a sudden, Peeta gets injured by the fog a bit more. And now Finnick has to make the decision between Mags and Peeta, who to carry. Mags makes the decision for him in both the book and the film. And
gives him a kiss and walks into the fog.
And sacrifices herself for the group.
Bye, Mags.
Bye, Mags. You were loved. You were cared for. We'll miss you.
But also, like, it's not easy, but then Finnick also does kind of say something in both the book and the film where, like, Mags kind of knew that she wasn't coming out of these games alive.
Yeah.
Like, it's not any easier for him to say goodbye, but he understands, like, why she did it, and there's more of an explanation a bit later of, like, also why she made that decision.
It is still upsetting.
Yeah, no, it's definitely still heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Mags. So they run and they get to the water, the salt water, and that helps with the boils, that helps with the burning of the fog, and they get through, and the fog seems to stop at a barrier.
Yep.
And then the monkeys.
We see some monkeys. Now, the monkeys are orange in the book, right?
I think they're orange baboons, if I remember correctly.
That sounds right.
They're just normal baboons in the book.
I don't know. We don't have the book today. We have a teddy bear.
No, I meant they're just baboons in the film.
Oh, yeah, they're just baboons in the film.
Baboons are still very dangerous.
Oh, no. They were still terribly scary monkeys. I just was curious on if they were orange or not in the book.
I believe they're orange in the book.
Okay, cool.
I think you're right. I think they look a little more genetically made by the Capitol.
I got colors right.
The ones you didn't have to see, the one you had to read.
Hey.
Sorry. So they're fighting. Also, I think this is a good time to bring up their outfit for the games. They have this outfit that all of them are wearing, all the tributes are wearing, that is good for the type of weather. So it kind of helps with the sweating. It keeps them cool, especially since it's really, really hot. They're in a humid environment. Also, they're supposed to have a purple belt that can be used as a flotation device.
Mm-hmm.
So if they die in the water, they float to the top so the capital can grab them. There is no purple belt in the film.
Nah, that's fine.
So the monkeys are attacking
Also, most
them.
of them get rid of their purple belts pretty quickly.
Not all of them. But the monkeys are attacking them, and PETA set them off, which is true in both versions.
God damn it, PETA.
And the baboons, it feels like a lot, by the way, a lot of the times in the book and in the film, PETA causes where he will die, and Katniss has to go out of her way to save him. It's really hard to keep PETA alive in this book.
PETA, you were not doing yourself any favors.
No, and Katniss is trying so hard, guys.
Katniss is like, stop putting yourself in bad situations, you little piece of shit.
So the baboons are attacking them, and Katniss goes to defend PETA in the book, and then a morphling jumps out and dies for them.
Yep.
In the film, kind of same thing happens, except Katniss isn't involved in that one. PETA just almost dies by a baboon, and the morphling jumps in front of them and dies.
Great, that's fine.
A morphling, by the way, is one of the tributes who's just addicted to the drug morphling, so you don't really get their name in the book or in the film. And it's mentioned in the book that Katniss is like, I wish I knew their name. They sacrificed for us.
Yeah.
It's really sad that they're known by the drug they take. We talked about what morphling was in the last episode, I believe.
Did we?
Yeah, with Gale, the morphling.
Okay.
Morphling's a drug from the capital. It's an ultimate painkiller. It's also very addictive.
Slightly like heroin.
It's an opiate.
Oh, there we go.
It's like the opiate epidemics.
Sure.
It is like heroin.
Why not?
I would not disagree.
As you can tell, I know a lot about drugs. Look, that's all I'm saying is like, I don't understand it.
Yeah. Then PETA is holding the morphling in his arms and starts explaining colors in both the book and the film and tries to give her a happy end.
I think he does a successful job.
I think both do.
Yeah.
Way to go, book and film.
Let's go.
Yeah. Just so we know, again, we're being very, very micro-pinicky details about this book and film because they've done a really good job.
Good adaptation.
They've done a really good job. This isn't Percy Jackson, The Sea of Monsters. This isn't Percy Jackson, The Lightning Thief. Yeah.
All right, moving on. I don't want to talk about that anymore.
Fair. So then Katniss, PETA, and Finnick are shucking some oysters.
And out pops Joanna.
Well, first PETA finds a pearl.
Oh, sure.
And gives Katniss a pearl.
So cute.
It's very cute.
Why not?
PETA still loves Katniss like the Dickens.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Great.
Then out pops Joanna.
Wonderful.
So Joanna is with Beetee and Wyrus, and they are covered in blood.
Yay. Turns out they were in a blood rain.
So yeah. So we're learning really quick that Joanna has said that she rescued Beetee and Wyrus for her. Katniss has no idea what this means. Beetee is also supposed to be comatose and like almost dead because he's been stabbed.
Not in the film.
He was, they said he was stabbed in the film. He's just not comatose.
Yeah.
They were like, yeah, he was stabbed. He's fine.
He's a little more put together.
Yeah, he's fine.
Just slightly.
But this is where I have an issue with this. Wyrus keeps going tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. Beetee understands Wyrus. If Beetee isn't knocked out, there's no point for Katniss to translate Wyrus to everyone else.
That's a good point.
So Katniss then translates Wyrus tick-tock to go, it's a clock. Bum, bum, bum. The games are a clock. It's almost like it was hinted at to us by Plutarch earlier in the book when Plutarch showed Katniss a clock.
No. That's too easy.
It's almost like the film forgot to do that.
No. That's too easy.
Then they go into the cornucopia to figure out the clock, to figure out every section, everything. And then Wyrus is singing a song. She's also supposed to be cleaning the wire in the film, wire in the book that Beetee sacrificed like almost his life for, but she's not. And then the District 1 tribute comes up and slashes her throat.
Bye, Wyrus.
Yeah, Wyrus dies. Poor Beetee. Loses everything.
Well, he still has his wire.
Yeah, but he lost his love.
I thought they were friends.
I thought they were a couple.
I thought they were just friends.
I always felt like they were like a couple.
I just thought they were friends.
Fair.
Friends or couple?
I don't remember this movie.
All right. Melanie is zero help as the live audience today.
Yeah.
Okay, she is 3% help today.
No, more than 3%.
All right, we'll give her 50. We've asked her 2 questions. She's gotten 1.
50-50.
50-50.
She's a flip of a coin. So after Wyrus gets killed, they kill the District 1 tribute who kills her.
He's the buff dude.
He's the buff dude.
He's the buff
They
dude.
also kill the other District 1 girl, leaving only the District 2 tributes, Brutus and Glimera?
No, but I think there's one more other one alive. I don't know. I didn't
Yeah.
care about any of their names.
No, but like Brutus is I know Brutus is the District 2 tribute who stays alive till like the end of the film.
Why not?
And then there's the woman with like the teeth,
Beautiful.
the shark teeth.
Sure.
She's very scary.
I agree.
I don't want her teeth near me.
Well, then why would you volunteer to go into the 75th quell? Your decision to go into this 75th quell is the dumbest of all of them.
She'd die first.
No, she doesn't.
Then, after Wyrus is dead, Speedy starts to explain his plan, and then we hear some jabberjays.
Oh,
So
okay.
Katniss hears Prim, and Finnick runs after her, also to try to get her to stop. So she realizes really quick in the film that it's jabberjays.
She realizes fairly quick in the book as well.
In both. I meant both. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then Finnick hears a jabberjay of Annie and runs to go get Annie. Finnick is like, they have our people, they're torturing them. Like, how could they have got that sound if they haven't actually tortured them? And basically, Katniss and Finnick get tortured for an hour because they can't get back to the group because there's a barrier in both the book and the film with their voices of the jabberjays.
Yeah.
That's awful.
I just had to note, they showed the jabberjays really well in the film. I really liked that scene. It was a beautifully done scene.
Makes me really afraid of jabberjays.
Well, it's a good thing they aren't real.
I'm saying if they were real, it'd make me really scared.
Oh, okay.
Then Joanna tells them afterwards that don't freak out. They don't have your people. She said that there would be more than a revolution if they killed Prim.
Yeah.
They're saying the capital loves Prim too much for them to do anything.
Prim hasn't even done anything to be loved.
Kind of.
All she did was get her name pulled out of a hat, and then Katniss did everything after that.
Fair. Yeah, fair. Moving on.
Oh, I do have a note, and it's not really, that important. But I just have it written down. Joanna is a lot more unhinged in this movie, and I love it.
Oh, I love it. She calls out President Snow in the film. Not in the book, but in the film, she's like, we'd kill Snow. We should kill, it feels like every so often I'm like, yeah, Joanna, I agree with you.
She's so unhinged, and it's perfect.
Oh, it's amazing. Joanna also explains about Annie, who Annie is to Finnick, because obviously now Katniss needs to know. And then Beatty explains his wire plan to everyone.
Yep.
And they're supposed to vote on it, and Joanna and Finnick are supposed to be the last to vote. They're the first to be like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
So they all vote yes, and they start. So their job is to get the wire to the tree where the electrocution hits. And the wire is supposed to go all the way to the cornucopia, electrocute the water so that the District 2 tributes who are left, the 2 career tributes, because everyone else is dead, by the way, now, will die. So there's 7 tributes left in total.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Also, yeah, 7. 7 sounds right. Yes,
7,
I've
yeah.
done math. 7.
5 of a group.
Yes, Wyrus is dead.
Wyrus is dead.
Yeah, so this is where I have my biggest gripe in the film.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really.
Yes. So, how the hell are they supposed to know what day to go to the tree to do this whole plan? The bread is never sent.
Oh my gosh. Yes. You're right. You're right. So in the book.
For context, we're going to spoil something right now that is literally happening in like the next 5 minutes of this film.
I don't want to spoil it yet.
But it's hard to... Okay, so in the book, we don't have to fully spoil it, but like in the book, they are sent loaves of bread. Multiple times they are sent loaves of bread, 24 loaves of bread.
From different districts.
From District 3.
Yes.
Consistently District 3.
District 3 bread, yes.
Yes. Which is a signal that to everyone else, Katniss doesn't understand this. We learned this later.
Neither does Peeta.
Neither does Peeta. It's a signal to everyone else because this is a larger plan that is being put together.
To get some things out.
To get something to happen. But the bread is vital because for the people that know what this plan is, it is the cue on which day of the games and at what time do we do this plan.
Exactly.
And they've completely cut it from the film. How are the tributes supposed to know?
Magic.
That's not how the world works.
I agree with you. And we could talk more about this when we have the big reveal moment later.
Yeah.
So Katniss and Peeta are having a conversation before they go enact a plan. And Katniss is telling Peeta, we should run. Because once the careers die, they'll come after us. Mm-hmm. And Katniss is like, I want you to live still. And Peeta shows Katniss his locket, which in the film is shaped like a rectangular gold brick. In the book, it's actually shaped like her Mockingjay. It's supposed to be very similar to her Mockingjay pen.
It is similar. It's not the same. But you know what? I'm not that upset. You know, they did what they could in the props department.
Yeah. He opens the locket up. So this is the first time we see it's a locket. And in the locket is Prim, her mother, and Gale. And he says, you have so much to live for.
Yeah, I have older brothers.
And Peeta is saying that he actually doesn't have anything to live for. He says she is all that he lives for.
You know, that's a lot to throw on somebody.
Yep. And then Peeta and Katniss share a kiss. And it's the first kiss Katniss can remember being the greatest kiss they've ever had. And it's described in the book as this is the first time she's probably kissed Peeta where she means it.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing.
Oh my God, they're in love.
And in the film, they have a music swell, and you kind of get the same idea.
Oh my God, they're in love.
The love triangle is broken, everyone. She chose Peeta.
Actually, no, she didn't.
She was forced to.
Yeah.
Because she thinks she's going to die.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to die, choose the love with you, not the love that's left behind.
I guess.
She wants Peeta to live.
Sure, but she also wants Gale to live.
She's down for both.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what more you want from me.
So there we are. They kiss, and they're going to go to the tree and wrap wire around it and do the plan that Beatty had set up.
Yeah, meanwhile, everyone has completely forgotten that Katniss is pregnant. For anyone listening on just audio, pregnant is in big air quotes.
Yes. Also, in the book, you get the sense that Chaff might still be alive as well. You don't know if he's dead. In the film, Chaff is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he kissed Jennifer Lawrence. He died.
Hey, he died a happy man.
You need help.
Missing a hand.
You need help.
He's missing a hand.
You need help.
That's nothing to go with Chaff.
You need help.
No.
Also, I like this note that I have in here.
Yeah.
I just have written cool effect.
Fair.
I have no idea in what context I have written cool effect.
So to me, it was really, really funny because you kind of cut back to the wire plan is explained, but then we actually get to see Snow and Plutarch react to the plan. And Snow's like, it's not going to work, is it? And Plutarch's like, nah. Plutarch's like, it ain't going to work.
And then my favorite thing is Plutarch's like, look, why don't you get comfortable, watch it, have some popcorn. I'm going to go make sure that this doesn't work.
Yeah, and Plutarch leaves Snow alone to watch the end of the games, which is so much fun. And we'll explain why it's more fun later. So then Beatty is like, you have to keep me alive. That's your goal. You keep me alive until this happens so we can kill the 2 career tributes. And that is the end.
Yeah.
So here we are. Petey separates Katniss and Peeta. So they say goodbye to each other. Katniss goes with Joanna and Peeta stays with Finnick and Beatty.
Katniss doesn't want to separate, but it happens.
It's kind of forced upon her.
Yeah.
As she's walking with Joanna, they're walking the wire down to back to the ocean. Mm-hmm. The salt water. Not the ocean. The salt water. The pond. The cornucopia.
No, it's not a pond.
Lake?
No.
A saltwater lake.
I don't know.
The wire cuts, and instantly Joanna knocks Katniss out and slashes open her arm to take out her tracker and puts blood all over her face.
Yeah.
And Brutus and his partner from District 2, who we forgot their name with the teeth, we'll just call her Teeth. Brutus and Teeth step over her supposed Katniss's dead body to go chase Joanna.
Katniss is obviously pissed.
And thinks that Joanna and Finnick have betrayed.
Yeah. So she runs back to the tree.
Not before she sees Finnick and hides from Finnick.
Oh, yeah. No, she runs back to the tree. She sees that Beetee is passed out.
Knocked out, yeah.
Knocked out. And then she hides from Finnick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Finnick is trying to find either Joanna or Katniss and trying to make sure everyone's okay because he wants to follow the rules. Also, Katniss is trying to find Peeta as well. So Katniss screams Peeta's name and is basically she hears a few booms. Basically, there's 2 booms that go off in the book. We understand those deaths later to be, spoiler alert, to be Chaff and Brutus.
Yeah.
In the film, you only hear 1 boom, and that death is Brutus.
Yep.
Just to be clear. I think I want to give that kill to Joanna.
Yeah. That's the thing, is like, yeah, we'll talk about it in a second.
So, Katniss sees that how Beetee knocked himself out, and sees the wire, connects it to her bow and arrow, and is waiting for the electrician to hit. And she looks up and she sees that she can knock out the force field. There's a
she's about to shoot Finnick.
She's about to shoot Finnick first, but then she sees there's a chink in the armor in the force field, and Finnick reminds her who the real enemy is.
Yeah. And so she takes her bow and arrow and shoots at the force field.
And it blows everything up.
Yay!
And then Beetee, Finnick, and Katniss get rescued from the arena, leaving behind Peeta, Joanna, and Teeth.
Yeah, so that's the thing. In the book, Teeth survives. In the film, Teeth is dead.
No. She's alive.
My understanding is that Teeth is dead in the film.
She's in the next film.
Is she?
She's in the next film.
Oh, okay. Teeth is alive. My bad.
She's literally in I remember watching the last film. She's in the last film.
Great. I haven't seen it nor read it.
I haven't read it, so...
How have you not read Mockingjay?
I only read the first 2.
You've never read Mockingjay?
I never got to.
Oh.
That's why I'm really excited.
Wait, what do you mean you never got to? The book's been out.
I got busy with other books.
Okay.
I've been in grad school for the last 3 years. Leave me alone.
You were in grad school for 2.
Busy.
I'm just saying, math.
Cool. So Katniss wakes up and she sees Beetee's in a hospital bed.
But before we do that, I really enjoy the surprise on Snow's face when he realizes what is happening.
Oh.
I think that's a beautiful, beautiful shot.
Yes.
That they have.
In the book, you don't get Snow watching Katniss do this. In the film, it's so lovely to watch.
It's such a good shot.
And then he calls Plutarch's name 7 times, and Plutarch does not show up.
And then he realizes, oh no.
So here we are.
The other thing, very convenient how she's missed by all of that falling debris.
Yeah, movie magic. Moving on. She wakes up in an airship in a hospital bed.
Yep.
And she notices that she has a bunch of wires in her keeping her alive. She also sees that Beetee's over there.
Passed out.
And she's like, she basically takes a knife, is like, I will kill Beetee later to protect him from the Capitol. She thinks she's been captured by the Capitol.
Yeah.
She wants to now go find Peeta to kill him. That's not really explained in the film.
No. She wants to kill Finnick, not Peeta, you dumb one.
No, she thinks Peeta's also been captured by the Capitol.
Yeah, but she's not going to find Peeta to kill Peeta. She's going to find Peeta to save Peeta and to kill Finnick.
Nope. That is not what it says in the
She
book.
doesn't want to kill Peeta.
In the book, she says to prevent the Capitol from torturing Peeta, she will kill him and kill herself. It literally says that in the book.
Oh, sure, fine. But, like, too late for that.
No, but she doesn't know that.
Okay,
She
fine.
thinks Peeta's also been captured.
Sure. He has. Actually.
Then Katniss runs in and runs into Plutarch, Haymitch, and Finnick all having a conversation around a table. In the film, it's basically the same way.
Yeah.
She's like, why are these 3 having a conversation? The weirdest trio having a conversation. It is weird.
Not the trio we expected, but the trio we deserve.
Oh.
I'm going to be really mad if Finnick dies.
Fair. she listens up, and basically she hears Plutarch, Haymitch, and Finnick are all having an argument and being like, we protected her, all this stuff. She learns that Peeta's been captured. She runs in. Haymitch sees her, goes, hello, sweetheart. And Katniss goes to attack him, and Haymitch stops her.
Haymitch stops her and just goes, so this is your grand plan?
Yeah. This is why we don't let you make the plans, sweetheart.
It's like, this is why you were not involved. You were told what you do.
Yeah. So Haymitch basically tells her the plan was always to get her out, and everyone was in on it but her. And they explained the bread, which kind of...
Yeah, so the bread is signifying which day they're supposed to blow up the whole game and all of that, right? It's also revealed in the book that Plutarch made sure that the wire was in the cornucopia so that Beatty would be able to use it, and that he made sure that certain things fell into place so that they could get them out.
And just so you all understand as an audience, Plutarch, Haymitch, and Finnick basically reveal to Katniss District 13 exists, they are leading the Revolution Front, and that Katniss is their Mockingjay.
Whee!
Which she is the spark to start the revolution. Hence the name Catching Fire.
Whee!
And then Katniss goes to attack Haymitch again. They knock her out, and she wakes up.
It's Gale!
And it's Gale. And he says, hello, Catnip. Always calls her Catnip.
Cute.
Same end as it is in the book.
Cute.
And Gale says, I have something to tell you. She's first worried about Prim and her mother, and Gale says they're fine. They're alive. They're safe here in District 13.
She does also find out from the trio that Peeta and Joanna are captured by the Capitol.
She does find that.
She does find that out. That is just a quick thing, but an important piece of tidbit information that's good for the next one.
And there, Gale and Katniss is like, what happened to District 12? And Gale explains to her, there is no District 12. District 12 has been wiped off the map by President Snow. So as soon as Katniss blew up the arena, District 12 went bye. Which we don't know who died. We don't know who killed. It's not in the book or the film. It ends the exact same way.
It just ends with there's no more District 12.
And then they have music swell, and they have the title Hunger Games Catching Fire, like an indie film.
Beautiful.
And so basically the end of the film is really close to the end of the book. I would say it's almost similar.
I had no issues with it.
And I love Plutarch. I
Lovely.
really do love the late Philip Seymour Hoffman as Plutarch.
Almost like he's a great actor.
I mean, he's the perfect actor.
He is perfect in this role.
I'm really sad
Yeah.
that he passed away.
Yeah.
Well,
I was in an airport when I found out that news.
I was in the middle of tech for a show.
I don't remember which airport I was in, and I don't remember where I was flying to. I'm sure, like, if we looked up when he passed away, I could be able to piece it together, but
I was 20?
I don't remember when he passed away.
You would have been 17.
I don't remember when he passed. I was 17 when he passed away. Oh, okay. I don't know where I would have been going when I was 17 on my own.
No, I was 19. You would have been 16.
Where was I going on my own at 16? Because I don't think anyone else was with me in that airport.
He'll figure it out later, everybody.
You know what? If I figure it out, I'll let you all know. I don't know. I probably won't figure it out.
It was my first spring of college.
I was definitely in an airport.
Yeah, you would have been in high school.
Yeah. Would have been a junior in high school?
Maybe.
I think I'm 2 years behind you in terms of school.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Cool.
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 Anyway, how do you rate this film? How do you rate this book?
Yeah.
What do you think?
So rating the film, I want to rate the film as just a film.
Okay.
Without comparing
As we do.
adaptation.
Yeah.
As we do. I would have to give it a 9 out of 10. I thought it was a really good film. I got really excited for Mockingjay Part 1. Mockingjay just in general. Part 1, we didn't know it was going to be 2 parts yet. But it did make me really excited for the next film. And I really enjoyed the cinematography. I thought it was a good, story.
Yeah, I'd give it a 9.
A 9?
9 sounds good.
Fair. I think I rate this film higher than The Hunger Games 1.
Oh, yeah, you rated that one like a 7 if I remember correctly.
7 because of the shaky cam.
Yeah. You dropped it.
Shaky cam. I hate the shaky cam.
Yeah, we've put that together. So, yeah, we both give it a 9. What would you give the book?
Oh, 9.5 out of 10. Easy.
Beautiful.
It is such a good book. I was tied to the book in all the parts. I just felt the angst and how it was building to something. and the explosion is such a good climax, and the reveal after. Just Suzanne Collins, this is your best writing. I haven't read the third book yet, but this was your best writing out of the two.
I'm going to give it a 9.
A 9.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still a very, very, very solid book.
Adaptation rating.
Adaptation, I'm going to give it an 8.5.
I was going to say 8.5.
Yeah.
Fair.
I don't feel like it's a 10.
No. It'd be a 10 if it had everything.
Yeah. I don't think anything is really going to be a 10 almost ever.
I think things can be a 10 if it's missing a few things that we understand why they take it out.
Yeah, like I think, spoiler alert for when we eventually do this, I do think Lord of the Rings might hit 10, but it has been a little while since I've read the books, so I don't remember them as well as I know the films.
Fair.
And with that one, I had watched the films before I read the books.
So those are our ratings on Hunger
yeah.
Games Catching Fire. We want to know yours down below. Please comment, like, subscribe, follow us on Spotify, YouTube, or wherever our podcast is held. And we really appreciate you. Thank you, Ankit, as always.
Yeah, thank you, man. It's always a good time recording with you. And be sure to join us next week when we talk about Mockingjay.
Part 1.
Yay! At least the first film. We still, as of recording this, are not sure how many episodes that's going to be, but we will be talking about Mockingjay Part 1, the movie, next week.
And it's quite interesting. We also might have a conversation next week about whether we agree with them separating it into two parts.
Oh, I guarantee that's going to be part of the conversation next week.
Cool. Thank you all. We'll see you digitally next week.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye.
Hello, and thank you so much for listening to this episode of Flip the Scripts. Flip the Scripts is created, hosted, and produced by Ankit Madhira and Stephen Nieman. Our editor is Sebastien Hollich. The art is by Kshitija Madhira, and the music is by Sebastien Hollich. If you liked the video, you can click to listen to the next part, or if it's not out yet, you can find one of our previous episodes.
Or if you want to check out some of our other content, here's a fun video from another one of our shows.
Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, comment, and hit that bell icon to get notified of all of our content when it releases.
Subscribe to our Patreon if you want bonus content.
Links to all of our social media and Patreon are in the episode description down below.
Thank you for supporting our content. Come back next week for more shenanigans from Co-op Forge.
New episodes for Flip the Scripts release every Friday, Seattle Across the Pond every other Thursday, and post finale every Wednesday. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you soon.
Bye now.